From IBM TV, International Broadcast Media, this is your report from Washington. On behalf of IBM TV, today we honor the memory of those who died on 9/11, as well as the lives around the globe that have forever been changed by the events of that day. There are 53 days left until the presidential election. Russian interference in the US election is again occupying the limelight. First, the US accused a Russian national of participating in a plot to gin up divisions amongst American voters. Second, the US has imposed sanctions against a Ukrainian lawmaker who is also charged with attempting to influence the election. This comes on the heels of Microsoft's announcement that there is a systematic hacking program in place targeting over 200 separate organizations, including the Democratic Party, political consultants, and campaigns at all levels. Remember, it was only moments ago that Facebook and Twitter announced findings of similar activities by the Russians. On the campaign trail, Trump was in Michigan yesterday at an open-air airport rally. During his remarks, he denied that he lied to the American people about COVID-19. He claimed that Biden would shut down the auto industry, that Biden would delay the production of a vaccine, and overturn the ban on jihadists. Trump further asserted that overturning the ban on jihadists would result in mass immigration of terrorists into Michigan, and asked, quote, "Does anyone want to have a member of Antifa as a resident of your suburb?" End quote. Many of the attendees at the rally were not wearing masks. Meanwhile, the Trump Department of Homeland Security began the process of revoking over 1,000 student visas issued to Chinese students studying in the U.S. DH Secretary Wolf said the move was to protect U.S. interests from Chinese espionage. Separately, in the latest example of, quote, feeding on your own family, Tucker Carlson, a prominent Fox News personality, accused Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, a prominent Trump supporter, of intentionally sabotaging Trump by, quote, orchestrating the Woodward interviews with Trump. Senator Graham denies the allegations. On Capitol Hill, the Republican Senate bill proposing $500 billion, a full $2.5 trillion less than the prior appropriation approved by the Senate, has failed. By a vote of 52 to 47, with some Republicans voting against their own party, the result has cast serious doubts on the future of the deal. This Republican defeat leaves only two outcomes. One, the Republicans in the White House will resume negotiations on a larger package. Or two, the comprehensive COVID-19 relief package is dead for the foreseeable future. In other news, India added another 96,000 new COVID cases. In positive news, India and China have reached an agreement to mutually draw down thousands of troops along the disputed border region between the two countries. In Afghanistan, the Taliban announced peace talks with the government beginning tomorrow. With these two developments, prospects for world peace took a step forward. In Australia, the CEO of Rio Tinto, a mining giant in the nation, has announced that he will step down amid widespread criticism of the company's destruction of indigenous sacred sites. His resignation is effective as soon as a replacement is found. Across the pond, the UK has announced a massive COVID-19 testing plan. The program, run by the government, would conduct millions of tests daily. The program, known as Operation Moonshot, has been called fundamentally flawed by healthcare experts. Finally, the COVID death toll from Johns Hopkins University is over 191,802 American souls lost, and 910,134 global souls lost, with no end in sight. That is your report for this day, September 11, 2020, from IBM TV, International Broadcast Media. Smart television for a smarter global community, from dictatorships to democracies around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'm Bill Trezevant.